Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, no, Tuesday, right? I don't even know the date. I gotta check. 15th of October, 2024. Here in Ontario, Canada, the sky is cloud covered all day. The blue popped out for a little bit, but massive dark cloak ships, let's say, right? Just bands along the line, you know what I mean? Dark in the middle, or dark at the bottom and white around it, kind of thing. It is what it is. Didn't make a video yesterday. I had too much on the go. Right? I had to put my turkey in at 10 in the rising. So, yeah, I was busy. My son manned up and cleaned my downstairs for me, right? He swept and dusted and vacuumed, right? The whole downstairs, so I was pleased about that. He was very helpful getting the house ready for our guests to come, right? There was 11 of us. So, and one was a little boy. My grandson, he's only one. So, it was fun. I got to see all the people I love. 4 of my sons, 2 of their girlfriends, my sister, her boyfriend, my niece and nephew, and my grandson. Right? A house full. Any more, and I would be able to fit them. So, yeah, like we can't all sit at the table, right? My sister stood up and ate. She could have took a seat, but she was like, no. Right? People in the living room, stuff like that. That's what it is all about. Harvest time. Having lots of people around to celebrate with. Give them a feast, right? They enjoyed my dinner. Well, I'm a good cook. I won't have it any other way. I'm a picky eater, right? I am. It's hard pressed to get me to eat anybody else's food. But I'm a Taurus. We're like that. We value our food, right? It's cold today. Northwest wind, they say. I heard something too, spiritual, that they mess with the weather apps to mess with our energy. That's why it's right, that's why sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Same as I think they're doing it with the moon phases too, because sometimes they add 2 days and it's a 5-day phase instead of a 4. It should all be 4, right? Sometimes it's a 3-day phase. It's to mess us up. It is. So I had a good day, but the nighttime was a different story. I was so tired too, right? And so 9 o'clock, I was like, that's it, I'm going to bed. I laid down and I didn't get to sleep until midnight, right? Tossing and turning, the tension in my leg and my feet came back. And they only cramped up severely once. And after that, I just wouldn't allow it anymore, right? But yeah, pains in my back and my hips. It's just pressure in my head, you know? But I also learned through astrology that we were in a square. We were going through squares, a thing in astrology with the planets. And that causes, guess what, folks? Tension, right? So I'm taking it, my body's taking it, literally. It tenses up. And then when the square is gone, it gets better. Strange, right? Is this happening to you? So the Schuman was only 10 yesterday. I was amazed that I had the energy I did to get done what I had to do. Today, the Schuman, it just got posted. It's 11 with a 30-minute blackout. So that means no information. Blackout. The dark means no information. Right? I've been having a rough day because I woke up at 6:30 and I didn't get to sleep until after midnight. So my fibro's flaring. I just feel icky today. No energy. Although I had to go down and wash up the dishes from yesterday, right? I didn't do it last night. I don't care. They'll wait till the rise, right? Until the next day. So I didn't have any plates because I forgot I had paper plates. So my son found them, so everybody used paper plates, right? which was cool. They didn't mind at all. They're like, you should do this every year because nobody helps me with the dishes. But that's okay too, right? One day they're going to have to help. I'll just be too old. I won't be able to do it. Hopefully I get there, you know? Maybe not with the med beds. Maybe it might take a longer time than I think. Who knows, right? Or if it's not the med bed, it'll be a different modality, right? Rod Hayes, the chief, says that scientists have discovered how to lengthen our life. They've made a medication that lengthens the telomeres on our DNA, right? So instead of them getting shorter and our lifespan getting shorter, we can make it get longer. So maybe that'll be a modality that we'll use. As long as we can make it till then, right? If we're meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not, it won't. So yeah, my night was not a very good night. Not a very good sleep last night at all. I dreamt though, before I rose. I remember a dream. I was walking through our town, down by the railroad tracks. I don't know why I was on the railroad tracks. I used to live down by the railroad tracks when I was young. And all of a sudden, the land's been all dug up, right? Like the hill, everything is just gravel and, you know, dirt, like dug up. You know, the hill got dug up. And I seen some sparkles, so I bent down and I plucked out a diamond about that big, right? A white one, like, well, clear. What's the word for it? Clear. That's layman terms. I can't think of the other word. I know it is not coming to my mind. And then I look and I see another sparkle, so I pick it up and it's a ruby. And then something else, and I pick it up, right? And I'm like, wow, oh wow. I start looking around, right? Because the earth had been dug up, and they were sitting in the dirt. I had to dig them out a little bit, right? And then there was one that was green, and it had 4 blue lines in it, right? And then there was this piece of paper, and it was a picture, and it had all these. It was like a white piece of paper. It had all these pictures, like, you know, one here, kind of like a news article, right? And so I looked at this picture, and it was, I can't remember what it was. And I looked at this picture, and it was like a sports or something, and it started moving. The people were doing stuff in it. It started moving, and I was like, I've never seen that before. So I folded the piece of paper up, put it in my pocket, and I guess I was heading home. And there was a man with me. I can't remember who the man was. And all of a sudden, this woman comes. These 2 women come out of nowhere, and they're like, "Did you find some? What were you digging back there? You found something, right?" And I was like, "No, I didn't," right? And they were religious, right? They wanted to preach to me, and they're like, "Well, whatever you got is mine. Give it to me, right? You got to give it to us. We want it. You can't have it." And I just like, no, leave me alone, right? And I took off from them, right? Deked them out, you know. Got home, and I was pulling them out of my pocket to show the man I was with. I think it was one of my husbands, ex-husbands. And yeah. And then I was thinking, I wonder if those women are going to knock out. They know where I am? They're going to knock on my door, right? And that's when I woke up. But I was like, isn't that different, right? I dreamt of finding jewels and a piece of paper with a motion picture in it. Different, right? I tried to look up the meaning for it, and all I got was it could reference chakras, what chakras are blocked, or like the stones, right? They didn't have the stones; they had jewelry, and or it could also represent luck, fortune. So I'm not sure, right? I know the red one would be my root chakra, the white one, the diamond, would be my connection to source, and the green and blue one, well, the green would be my heart, and the blue was dark blue would be my third eye. And I know they're not blocked. So, yeah. If they were, I wouldn't be able to love like I do. And I got a hug from everybody yesterday, right? everybody. It was wonderful. 10 hugs, right? Well, Marshall came in, my grandson, he was fussing, crying. He never had a nap that yesterday, right? And I was like, what's going on here, right? And his mom says, oh, he's fussing. He's not happy. He didn't have a nap. And Marshall's just, she's holding him. He's giving her a hard time. And so I started singing to him. I just make up a little song on the fly. I've always done it, right? I can't remember what it was. Marshall, please don't cry. You're a real handsome guy. Stuff like that, right? And he stopped and he looked at me. And I was like, Marshall, he is so strong. And he is cute too. And he raises his eyebrows at me. And he's smiling away. And I thought it was just like the best thing, right? Just awesome. And Donnie, one of my, I'm not sure which son it was. He's like, see, my mom has lots of experience. She knows how to help children, right, when they're upset. So yeah, that was good. Okay, what else did I write down that I wanted to talk about? Hang on. Oh, FEMA. You know why FEMA's not doing anything about the hurricanes and all the shit that's going on in the United States? Because they're not operational anymore. They were part of the deep state, the dark cult, right? They did more harm than they did good. But people in the States just don't realize that. Except for the awake people, right? And even Rod Hayes said they're shut down. They've been taken over by the good guys, right? But the funds aren't being released to do anything until everything's been wiped away. The bad guys, the government, right? The change happens, which won't be much longer since they have their election next year. And I watched a tarot card reader, and she goes, it's going to be very surprising and beneficial to everybody in the realm, in every country. Everybody's going to be so happy, right? So, it resonated with me. It did. Same as somebody asked, I watched a video with Rod the other day, and the guy that was, hosting him, whatever, right? Asked him, oh, stop hitting your dog, you fucking idiot. Aren't you a good owner? Oh. Looking outside, and Buddy hits his dog. And now he's down petting it because there's people out there. He's trying to look like nice. I've seen him do this once before. I'm wondering how far he's going to take it. I got to get a video of him doing it. That makes me so angry. Yeah. He's gone. Get it out of your mind, Teresa. I hate it when people... There's no hate, Teresa. Don't hate. I dislike it very much when people are abusive to nature. And canine is nature. Just like we are. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, Rod. Somebody asked him, what was the strongest magic? And he said, Heka magic. Heka, right? So I looked it up today, and it's from ancient Egypt. So, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. Right? I got my own magic. It activates when my heart is touched. Like how I helped my sister out when she was upset, and I was worried for her. And I was just automatic. I knew what to show her, what to do, right? Just off the fly, just off the top of my head. Here, do this symbol. Here, burn this, smudge your house. You know what I mean? And it worked. And I was amazed. I was like, why does my magic work, right? I asked the chief, and he said, because it's who you are, So I was like, okay. It's different. But it works with my emotions. But isn't that how we manifest? Through our emotions? Right? I'm pretty balanced, so I don't get emotional about anything. Unless it's about somebody I love. I'm very protective, right? More nature kind. The critters and the creatures. Right? I'm protective of them too. And the trees. Well, I don't like that word. I just like seeing people harm trees, right? So yeah. All right. I'm feeling strange. We just got hit with a couple of giant CMEs or whatever. Solar storms going on, stuff on burn. So there's 4 things happening with the Earth right now. All this energy, and it's just bustling around her, right? It's like he hasn't seen this before. But we can feel it, can't we? And we can feel good things are coming too. I know I do. Even through all the icky sensations and the Agent Smiths that try to get you down in your vibes, right? I still feel it. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I hope you have a good, whatever it is. I love you all, consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.